Hello and welcome to Talk of Hope, a podcast for people affected by lung cancer. I'm Rachel Avery.
And I'm Mandy Lucas.
Each episode we'll hear from people with different experiences of lung cancer, as well as healthcare professionals who will share what's going on to improve the diagnosis and treatment of this disease.
And as someone who's had lung cancer, I know exactly how terrifying it can be. But amongst all that fear and anxiety, there is also hope. And that's what we're choosing to focus on here.
Right, Mandy, I'm going to give you a clue about today's podcast. You ready?
Go on, then. Yay, it's Strictly time! Yay!
It is, that's right. We are gearing up for Strictly Come Dancing to come back to our screens again. Here at Roycastle Lung Cancer Foundation, we're preparing for our own Strictly Ballroom fundraisers. And joining us ahead of our Manchester event in just over a couple of weeks' time are two of this year's contestants, Tina Dickinson and Karen Hill. Ladies, take to the floor. Hello. Be honest, how sick of that music are you already?
Never.
No,
Never.
I'm not neither. No, love it. Absolutely love it. I can't wait for it to start.
Are you both big Strictly fans?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
very,
so.
Very
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're in good company. We're going to get on because Saturday nights for me, when Strictly's on, get the kids out. I get a load of picky bits, tapas, nice bottle of fizz, and that is my time. And I bed in and I'm watching Strictly and that's it. And our Strictly Ballroom events that we do as fundraisers are so much fun. I've done one myself. I did the Viennese Waltz back in 2019 and I loved it. How are you two getting on? So tell me, Tina, first of all, what are you dancing? What are you dancing to and how are you finding it?
I'm dancing the Argentine tango.
Oh, Strictly classic, everyone's favourite. No pressure.
That's a big ask.
My partner does have one or two bruises, but you know. As for what I'm dancing it to, it's a very long foreign named song.
Also a nice, like, authentic kind of Argentine.
Very deep, authentic Argentine tango music. There's nothing modern about it at all. If anybody's seen the film Scent of a Woman, it was featured in that as the tango dance in Scent of a Woman.
I think the Argentine tangos that do well, they do have that authentic music, don't they? I think when they try and do it to a pop song, it just doesn't have the same kind of, it just doesn't create the same atmosphere, does it?
So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait. I was so happy when they said you've got Argentine tango. I was really, really happy when I got that.
Was you really?
Oh,
I'm glad I didn't get it. That's the one. I'd have done anything apart from that. There'd have been arms and legs all over the place.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
So what are you doing then, Karen? What is your dance and what's your song?
I am doing salsa with Gloria Estefan conga.
Oh wow.
Well, that's going to get everyone up and going. And my shoulders are going already. Yes.
Yeah. That is a fast song.
It's a bit quick. Quicker than I thought.
And how is it going? How is the practice going?
Okay. It's going all right. It's just that it's a lot to learn.
Yeah,
it is, but it will. It'll sink in. It'll sink in.
Yeah,
it will.
There's a lot.
So I know the routine now. We've done it all. Now it's tittifying it, if you like, with all arms and legs, the correct way to do arms and legs. Well, honestly, it's a nightmare.
Yeah.
I thought, great, I've just learnt the routine, and she's threw something else in the works. So,
have you got any lifts?
Yeah, we're all good.
Have either of you got any lifts? Can you do lifts in salsa? I know you obviously can in Argentine tango.
No.
Not
going there. No.
Fair enough, yeah. let's keep the feet firmly planted.
Yeah, I was
on
going to
the
say it's
floor.
going to take me all my time to keep my feet on the floor, never mind in the air.
I
Flipping heck.
can't guarantee my feet are always on the floor.
Oh,
But
No,
Tina,
they
I'm dying
shouldn't
to
be.
see
They
this.
shouldn't be. So, I mean, I'd love to hear kind of your reasons for signing up, because I mean, it is a fantastic experience. We've done it for many years now, and it's always a great night, and it's a lovely chance to get dressed up. And what prompted you to kind of take it on? Because it's no mean feat. It's all eyes on you, and it can be a little bit daunting.
Terrifying, I'd use. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is terrifying.
So,
Go on, Tina.
so what prompted you to sign up and face that fear?
For me, it was a combination of my love of dance, raising awareness and raising money, and also proving to myself that just because my lungs were broken, it didn't mean the rest of me had to be broken, and I could still push myself and still have experiences.
So
Love
jumping
that.
in there, Tina, do you want to just give everyone listening kind of a bit of an overview as to your situation? Because technically, by UK classification, it isn't lung cancer you have, is it? It's a
No.
rare type of lung disease.
Yeah, in the UK, it's classed as a rare lung disease. In the US, it is classed as a lung cancer. It's growth of abnormal cells and cysts throughout the lungs that build up into cysts, but it's very slow growing compared to a normal cancer, which can be fairly aggressive. With the disease that I've got, which is lymphangioliomyomatosis.
How many?
Yeah,
LAM for short.
we'll go with LAM. Thanks.
It causes a massive lung function decline, but much slower than lung cancers typically do.
And just take us back then to kind of life before LAM, because I'm not going to attempt to say it. And that leads up to that diagnosis.
Life before LAM was really energetic. I did some dance classes, I did some fitness classes. I worked as a steward for a stewarding agency in Manchester. I was up and downstairs at Manchester Arena. I was doing crowd segregation at Manchester City Football Club. And slowly but surely, over a matter of maybe a year or more, I just felt myself getting more and more tired doing the same things that I was doing. And at first I thought, oh, it's just old age. You're getting that you can't do all the things that you used to be able to do. So went to see a GP and they said, oh, you've got asthma. And that tends to be the norm with people who are diagnosed with LAM. Everyone seems to be told they've got asthma first. And it's only when it doesn't respond to any treatment and a CT scan's done that they see these hundreds and hundreds of cysts that have built up in your lungs on the quiet. And it was because I was out of breath one morning, and I assume I was on my own in the house. I assume I must have fainted or something on the landing. Phoned 111 for help. They sent an ambulance for me, took me into hospital, did just about every test under the sun. And it was when they did a CT scan that they found all these lung cysts. No one really knew what it was, but they contacted one of the respiratory consultants in Wigan, and one of the respiratory consultants recognised it, and he said, I think this is a rare lung disease called LAM. There's only one consultant in the country for it, in Nottingham, so I have to go to Nottingham for checkups. Basically, it all came from there. And by the time I found out I got it, my lung function was already down to about 54%.
My goodness. Wow. It must have been a huge shock, because like you say, before that, you were clearly on the go all the time. So a huge adjustment, I imagine, when you finally got that confirmation.
Yeah, I never stopped really. People used to laugh at me because they said, "Do you ever sit still? Do you ever stop?" And I'm like, "No, I don't really." In my younger days, I was a blue coat, so I'm used to doing daft party dances on stage. I'm not used to doing ballroom dancing on stage.
And Karen, so I mean, it's a similar kind of story, but obviously you have got an actual lung cancer diagnosis. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your route to diagnosis and the inevitable shock that came with it?
I had no symptoms as I thought. In hindsight, there were a couple of things, but I'd never in a million years thought it was going to be this. Never. You could have told me anything but this. So we'd been and had our jabs before Christmas in the November, and my husband always has a bad cough after he's had his flu jab. So he'd got this bad cough, which we expected. And I said to him, you need to go and get that sorted out. He did, and everything was fine. He had an X-ray and it was fine. And he said, you need to go and get yours sorted out now. And I was really, I'd got like a clearing of the throat, and I knew that, but it wasn't much. It was nothing that you would worry about. And I said, oh, I'm fine. I'll go and get some cough medicine. That's all I need. I'll go and get some cough medicine. I've just got like a tickle in my throat or something like that. Anyway, one morning I had some toast and it caught the back of my throat. And I just started to cough, and I coughed that much. I was sick. It was awful. It was a horrible thing. And that happened twice. So I thought, oh, I best go to the doctors. So I did. I went to see the nurse, and she put it down to long COVID. She said, it's probably long COVID. Because I said, the only time I'm ever out of breath is when I'm getting from one side of the bed to the other side of the bed. When I'm like trying to
how big's your bed?
Lunge over. There's only me in it, I wouldn't mind. So that's what I was doing when I was turning over in bed. I was getting out of breath. Never give it a thought. Never give it a thought. So she said, long COVID, fine. Went to the X-ray on the Monday morning. The hospital rang me on the Tuesday to say come in for a CT scan on the Wednesday morning at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, I was in the hospital having a CT scan at 1 o'clock. The doctors had rang me to say you need to come in face to face tomorrow. We've got your scan results back. Straight away you think, well, that's not normal.
There's obviously alarm bells must have been.
Oh God, yeah. Went to the doctors. She said, yeah, it is. It's lung cancer. It's in the lining of you. It's all down here. It's in the lining of your lung, and all the secondaries are up in you by your shoulder and up there. And I just went. I fell to pieces because I thought, how can I have secondaries? My mum got breast cancer when she was 40 and she died when she was 60. So I'd seen her for 20 years go through everything. And when she got her secondaries, I remember my mum, what she was like. But I'm not like that. There was nothing at all that would make me think I'd got this. And you're on about what was life before. My life is no different now to what it was before. In fact, it's busier now than it was then.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
It hasn't hindered me in any way. It's opened doors for me that I would never have done in a million years, like doing this dancing competition. I climbed Snowdon last year, and I said to my son, who does it regular, him and his son do it regular. They do all that sort of thing. And I said, will you climb Snowdon with me? And he went, yeah, all right, Mum, looking at me as though I was daft. So anyway, we was halfway up Snowdon. I said, if I say to you again, will you do something and you don't think it's right, why didn't you say no? Why have you let me do this? It was horrific.
Were you struggling up Snowdon?
It was just the weather.
Yeah,
the weather was absolutely horrific. It was blowing a gale. It was torrential rain. It was freezing cold. It was awful. But I did it. I got there.
I had a very similar Snowdon experience for Roy Castle. We do a lot for this charity, the people that work there as well, for the love of Roy. We did Snowdon at night last year.
Yeah,
and do you know what? I work in the marketing team, and so we were painting this magical concept of what this was going to be. It was actually going to be when the strawberry moon was out. So we were like, oh, it's going to be incredible. We'll be climbing it. We'll be, we'll get to the top under the moon, under the stars. We'll get to the top just as the sun is rising. It'll be the most beautiful, spectacular event. And we'll all come down together and we'll have a nice warm cup of coffee and a bacon sandwich and we'll all feel fantastic. No, it was torrential rain. It was blowing again. It was summer solstice and it was horrendous. It was cold to the point where we didn't even want to stop and have a drink or get something to eat on the way up because you didn't want to take your gloves off to rummage in your bag to try. And so it's so I do feel your pain. It's it's certainly put me off doing anything like that.
I was halfway down. And this man came running down at the side of me and he went, oh, did you make it to the top then? I said, yes, I made it to the top. He said, lovely. Have you had a nice day? I said, no, it's been the worst day of my life. I said, if I wasn't doing this for charity, I would not be doing it. But I did see the sunrise one. And I thought, oh, that sounds really, really nice. But nah.
I'm sure it's lovely when like you can see more than, your foot in front of you, which is...
Well, I couldn't do that. It was horrendous. It was horrendous.
Yeah, give me dancing in front of 500 people any day.
Yeah.
I don't want about dancing in front of 500 people. I'm all right in a dance school when there's only me and Chris there. I'm fine with that. I don't know how I'm going to cope with an audience. I just don't.
Just ignore them. Like they're not there.
You will be fine.
Yeah.
Because everyone is there wanting you to do well.
But Ellie can't stand in front of me telling me what to do, can she?
I mean, it's a novel approach.
Oh, God.
Against that, it seems like a really good idea.
It'll be fine. I'm looking forward to it.
And you will. And do you know what? You'll dance it and you'll be like, I want to do it again.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah. I believe that's the last time I'm going to dance it.
Yeah.
And I still now, when my song comes on, and I should remember the name of it, but I can't right now. I still cast myself back, and I have the most wonderful, wonderful memories. I did a fleckle. I was made up.
Away.
For the Strictly fans listening, they will know what a fleckle is. Everyone else will be like, "What's a fleckle?"
I've got a whisk.
Ooh.
Now then.
Oh, yeah. Come on, Tina, what have you got?
Tina, what have you got?
Lots of legs and kicking.
Yeah, kicking and avoiding your partner. How many times have you kicked him?
Just once. I'm really proud of that.
You should be. That's amazing.
We have fundraising challenges for all abilities. From 5k runs to month-long challenges you can make your own, as well as our 2 annual Strictly Ballroom events in Manchester and Liverpool. Try something new and raise some vital funds along the way. Visit roycastle.org/events to find your perfect challenge.
Tina,
Very good.
Just coming back to you. So, with the condition you have with Lamb, you're actually on oxygen.
Yes,
quite a lot, aren't you? And you're having to train with oxygen. It's been a bit of a learning curve, hasn't it? To be able to incorporate this into an Argentine tango.
Yeah, it really has. When I went to the meet and greet, I was still on oxygen tanks, so it was great because it was in a backpack on my back, so it was very sort of movable with me. By the time it came to the time of having my first lesson, I've been put on a portable oxygen concentrator, which are on sort of quite a long strap and generally worn either on your shoulder or across your body. So every time that we were doing a dance step, this oxygen concentrator was like flinging around, hitting the pair of us. And it was pretty impossible to do anything really, to the point of which we just said, like, we'll just walk some steps and learn some steps, and I'd have to come up with some sort of a solution. So I came home, and the backpack that I used to have my oxygen tanks in, because the oxygen concentrators need access to open air, I put the oxygen concentrator in the backpack, marked up where all the vents were and started Blue Peter cutting all the vent holes out of the backpack so I could then put the concentrator in the backpack to put it on my back again. So that's where we are now. We've got the portable oxygen concentrator in the oxygen tank backpack, and that's what we're dancing with now. So it's the three of us on the dance floor when we're dancing.
I mean, well done for being so creative.
Exactly.
But on the night, you've got grand ambitions, haven't you?
I have. I had to ask my respiratory nurse if I was, because she has said your oxygen must be used, anything ambulatory, you must use it for your dance classes, for your lessons, you must use it. And I said, could I do my dance without the oxygen tank on? And she said, how long is it? I said, 1.5 minutes. She said, 90 seconds will not do you any more harm than you have already got now. So if you can manage it, yes, you can.
That's great. So I'm dead pleased for you.
Plan is to try and do it without it on the night. We had one run through without it on, and I was sort of puce by the end. I could hardly breathe. Because I do struggle even walking. It used to be just walking on an incline where I couldn't catch my breath, but now it's on the flat as well. So dancing as well as remembering where my arms, my legs, and Chris has started doing this thing where the judges are over there, so point at them. The audience is over there, so look and smile at them. And I'm like, hang on a minute.
And also in that kind of situation, that, you know, nervous, adrenaline filled situation, you kind of you hold your breath anyway as well, so you don't breathe normally anyway.
Yeah, so I said he said, how are you feeling about doing it? I said, I'm absolutely petrified about learning the dance and doing the dance. I said, I'm not too worried about an audience because I've done stuff with an audience before, so that doesn't bother me. It's making an absolute idiot of myself and not doing it properly or falling over.
You won't. You'll be fine, I'm sure.
Mess of it that is my worry.
It won't happen. You'll be absolutely brilliant. And if you need the oxygen tank, if you feel like you need it, nobody's going to care.
No.
But I get that you want to do it, and that's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
To even
we might make it a prop.
Yeah.
We might make it a prop.
He's taking your breath away so much, you need oxygen.
Exactly.
I mean, we can come up with another idea, you know.
Well,
spitballing here.
We do have props, so it could join in.
Could you not put it under your dress so nobody would notice it so much?
It's massive.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. Like a scuba diving kit.
Yeah.
Maybe not, yeah.
I think, you know, it's an incredible ambition to do, and I totally understand why you want to do it.
But
I would just say, don't put pressure on yourself and make it, you know, I've got to do it. If you know,
because you don't know bad on the day, I won't. I'll use it. But if I can do it without, then I will do it without.
Yeah.
The fact that you're doing it with lamb alone is enough. You
don't
have to put extra pressure on yourself. It's absolutely unbelievable that you're even attempting to do it. So yeah, complete admiration from me, really.
Thank you.
And me, I admire you too. I think you're doing really well.
Well, so are you. You don't look like you don't look like there's anything wrong with you at all. You look as fit as a fiddle.
Oh, well, somebody said to me once, your tablets are obviously working, then I see that you're better. No, I'm not. No. There's no getting better for me.
Do you know what? How are you?
Right. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay. That's all I can say, really. There's days where I feel like I've got a black cloud above me, you know, that breaks down and just floods me. But on the whole, I'm okay. I'm busy, and I like to keep busy. I make cakes, so that keeps me busy as well. So I'm always doing something. I wear myself out, keeping myself busy, so I don't have to. If I stop and sit and think about things, then it sometimes gets too much. So I try not to do that. I try not to do it.
think you make a really good point, because the treatments that we now have for lung cancer. So am I right in remembering, Karen, you're living with EGFR positive lung cancer?
Yeah.
So mutation driven lung cancer, and it is stage 4. Yeah. And I think, that, like I say, the targeted treatments we now have, they tend to have milder side effects, and people can tolerate them a lot more than kind of traditional chemotherapies and whatnot. And so to look at you don't look like someone with stage 4 lung cancer.
Yeah.
And I know Mandy has a big pet peeve about this, going, "Oh, you look well. You look so well." And the response, it's quite a difficult one because they're not saying it to undermine the situation. They're saying it because they think, "Oh, that's a nice thing to say."
Well,
But
I love it
actually,
because nobody ever told me I look well before. So I'm literally getting loads of compliments. I love it. I'm taking every one of them. Thank you very much.
Now.
It's true. People don't know what to say, and they want to say something positive. So that's what they say. But I just wish people would say, "Do you need anything? I'm here if you want to talk," rather than platitudes that you don't really want to hear. And it's really difficult because I know people aren't being nasty, but it would be nice if you just think about what you're saying to somebody, in that situation. But I have to say, you look incredible. Just saying.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll take that.
You take it.
And
I parked in a disabled spot once on a high street, and I put my blue badge in, and I got out the car, and a man actually came over to me and said, "You can't park there. That's not yours."
Oh, I have a blue badge. And when I got mine, my daughter said to me, "I am just waiting," because obviously she was very angry. And she said, "I'm just waiting for somebody to say, you can't park there." But nobody's said anything up to now. So
yeah.
I have a blue badge too, and I've had it a couple of times, and I just love getting it out. So to the person who said it, including a traffic warden in Manchester, like, "You're going to have to move." Like, that is my badge. Have a look. I quite enjoy that. People don't realise that these things are hidden. These, you can't see lung cancer. And what does a lung cancer patient look like these days?
Well, exactly, yeah.
That's just not fair and not on. So, yeah, totally get where you're coming from with that one.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is, so.
Along a similar line then of looking fabulous. So have we got outfits all fine? Well, I'm hoping we're a week away. I'm hoping we've got outfits all finalized.
I'm done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are you gonna give us a little?
No.
No. Okay. Not even a colour. We get a colour out of you.
It's peacock blue sequins. Peacock blue and gold sequins.
Wow.
My friend made it for me.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bit cute. It's cute. That's all I'm saying.
It sounds more than cute. And Tina, have we got a big slit to get all those legs moving?
We haven't got a slit, but we've got a slant.
Okay. And colour? Can we ask colour?
Black.
Yes, classic. Yes.
Very classy.
And have you enjoyed that side of it as well? Because I think, when we all sit down and we watch Strictly, we're all looking at the beautiful costumes and the sequins and the sparkle. Has that been a fun part of the experience?
I think so, yeah. I remember when
hairdo as well.
You having your hair done?
Yeah, fantastic.
Are you having it done on the Saturday morning?
Yes, are you?
Yeah. Oh, I was all excited, isn't it? But I remember being a little girl and watching Come Dancing.
Oh, yeah, me too.
With all the sticky out dresses that come right out and doing the formations and everything. So I've watched dancing since then. Absolutely love it. I think it's amazing. So
it really.
My old next door neighbours, their daughter was on the original Come Dancing, and they took me to watch an episode of it once.
Wow.
I was very young. I don't remember it all.
That's
Just,
oh,
such
no.
an good experience to do that.
Yeah, I think you can I mean, obviously this is a podcast, no one else can see you, but you can both see on your faces, you are genuinely really excited by the whole experience.
Well, I said I don't have a hope in hell of winning it, but I'm going to really, really enjoy the experience. You know, just the learning to do the proper dancing,
Yeah.
the dressing up and the sparkles, and just the whole night, the evening. You know, for whatever it's for, it's amazing. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. I just want to really enjoy it and not be a million times worse than everyone else.
Oh, you won't be. Don't
Neither
worry
of you
about
will.
that. You won't be.
Neither of you will be.
And I think, you know, having done it myself, I'm a very competitive person. Mandy will attest to that. I have got better as I've got older, and I can see my competitiveness in my boys, and I'm trying to like draw it out of them. But I remember having a word with myself because I was getting this one step. I kept getting it wrong. I kept getting wrong. And even like on the dress rehearsal on the day, it was still going wrong. I was like, oh, just winding myself up about it. And I just said, it doesn't matter. If you go out there with and focus on that mistake, you're just not going to enjoy it. And that's what you're here to do. You're here to enjoy it. And I don't know what happened. A switch just flicked in my head and I relaxed and I danced it the best I danced it. And I didn't make the mistake. And I finished it going, that's the best I could have done that. And I loved it. And the sense of achievement, it was brilliant. It was really, really good. And that's what I want for everyone that takes part in these events. I don't want anyone to be left going, oh, I messed that up, or I wanted to do better. You've just got to embrace.
Watch this space. I'll probably stop halfway through going, oh, I've lost it. That's me done. I'm done.
You can't. You've got to keep going. You know, I mean, if your diagnosis is a metaphor for anything, it's this dance.
Well, yeah,
as
that's
well,
true.
You know.
No, to be fair, I want to do this so my kids can look back at what I've done and think that was my mum. My mum did that. She was so ill, but my mum did that.
It's amazing.
That's an incredible outlook to have, and to give them that as a beautiful memory as well, and to be able to share it together, because you know,
they'll be there on the night.
Yeah, you know, I mean, your treatment is going well at the moment. Your scans are stable. I'm right in saying.
Right.
And you know, we know people that are many, many, many years on these treatments, and you know, you just keep dancing.
Well, that's all. What else are you supposed to do? Keep saying, put one foot in front of the other, wake up and be grateful, put one foot in front of the other, go to bed and be grateful again. Thank you for the day. Please, God, let me wake up in the morning and be okay again. And that's it. What else can you do?
Because when you were diagnosed, Karen, I remember when we chatted previously about your story, you know, as with everyone who goes through this, you went to worst case scenario. I think it was January time you were diagnosed and you were like, I'm not going to see Christmas.
No, I was diagnosed in the June. I went to the doctors. It was in the June. Well, actually, it was at the end of May. And then so like June, July, I was over with the consultants and everything. So, and that's when I thought, I'm not going to see Christmas. Because you just hear things. I don't think at that time, I think you've just got one foot in the grave. I think you automatically put yourself one foot in the grave. But then, like I said, I had all my Christmas presents done. Everything was wrapped. I'd bought special presents, nice words, all of that sort of thing. Things that they could always keep forever and remember me by, all engraved, you know, that sort of thing. And Christmas came and the New Year, I was still here, and I thought, wow, here we are.
And then the following Christmas came.
Last Christmas came and went. There was no special presents then. They've got them all. So Christmas just came and went last year. It was no big deal last year.
Forget it this year.
And now I'm looking forward to this year. My son's getting married next year. So as I said to Mr. Heseltine, you've got to keep me alive till next August at least. And then there'll be 3 years. And he said, I don't think we'll have a problem with that. So, which was really nice to hear. I mean, obviously, you
Brilliant.
can't promise what's going to happen tomorrow. You know, there are no promises for tomorrow, but
For anyone.
you know, exactly. So at least I'm looking to what. So I'm not doing no challenge next year. There's no challenges for me next year. Him getting married is going to be a challenge next year. So
Are you baking the wedding cake?
no.
Right. You're not taking on that
I was
challenge.
going to do, but she said to me, my future daughter-in-law said to me, I don't want you to do that. I want you to come and relax. I don't want you to be stressed about anything. Because again, I don't know what I'm going to be like next year. So she said, I don't want you to be stressed out about anything. I want you to just come and enjoy yourself. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Roycastle Lung Cancer Foundation offers a wide range of support to everyone affected by lung cancer. From online support sessions to in-person information days, a specialist lung cancer helpline and easy to understand information. We are here to support you through diagnosis, treatment and beyond. Visit roycastle.org to see how we can help you.
So I don't know about how you ladies feel, but I'm just so grateful for getting a year older every year, where my friends are like, oh, I'm getting closer to 60 and all the rest of it. I'm like, yeah, bring it on. I didn't think I'd be here now. When I was first diagnosed at stage 3B, I didn't think I'd be here 8 years later. So I love every birthday and I relish every single birthday and the fact that I'm getting older and getting close to retirement. How do you feel? How do you ladies feel about that?
But when I was diagnosed, there was no cure, treatment, or anything for LAM available. There's still no cure, but there is a treatment now. So I went through the first 12 months of decline, and they said the average lifespan of moderate LAM was 6 to 10 years. Then in year 2, a treatment came out to keep it stable. So since year 2, I've been stable, and I've now just passed the 10-year mark, and I'm heading into year 11.
Amazing.
So I was really, really happy when I got past the year 6, but now I've got past the year 10. I'm like, bring it on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's just an incredible story, isn't it, for treatment and having the hope to, just get on with it and hope pays off.
Absolutely.
Absolutely brilliant.
And it also shows, you don't know what treatments are coming up,
Exactly.
We know kind of with targeted therapies that like you're on, Karen, that sadly they do stop working. But who knows, by the time it stops working potentially for you, what else there's going to be, because we're seeing treatments come thick and fast. It's remarkable that the progress we're being made in such a short period of time.
Yeah. You've just got to be hopeful, haven't you? But I was fuming when he told me I was terminal. And he said, these tablets work for about 2 years. And I was fuming. I said, that's it. I'm never going to see my pension. I'm never going to see it. I was livid. I said, I've worked all my life. I want my pension. And my daughter said to me, Claire, she said, Mum, hang on to that thought. I said, if I can just spend 1 month, I'm fine. She said, Mum, hang on to that thought. And I got it in May. Retired in May, got my pension. And when I spoke to Mr. Heseltine, I said, right, we didn't think I was going to get the pension. I am now, I've got my pension and I'm spending it as fast as I can. As soon as I get it, I'm spending it. I'm not saving it, I'm spending it. And then I said, now you've got to get me through. This is when I said about my son's wedding. I said, now you've got to get me through to next August, which will be 3 years. So fingers crossed, as long as I can feel as well as what I do, then there's no reason why for me to slow anything down or stop anything. No reason at all. No,
you really shouldn't. It's a great story. And as Rachel said, you don't know what's around the corner with your mutation, what's going to come out next.
No.
So you've got to have that in mind, because I was diagnosed and cured. I've been cured for 8 years, but at the time, things that have changed from when I had my diagnosis and treatment until now it's just so far apart from what I had to go through in terms of and what the treatment plan was if that didn't work. It's just amazing, and that's only in 7 or 8 years. So
Mm.
and they're coming out faster. I feel like since COVID, there's been so many more treatments for different types of lung cancers being released.
Yeah.
It's quite mind-blowing. There's so much attention on it, and with the obviously targeted lung checks now, there seems to be a really good focus on it, and I think that there's going to be more coming out that are going to do a lot of good for a lot of people.
I do believe this screening that they've brought out now for everybody or for smokers, I do think it should be like a mammogram for everybody, because
Yeah.
I've never smoked in my life. And I don't
haven't
think
either.
it's fair that only smokers get the opportunity to be screened. I think it should be for everybody.
I agree.
I completely understand why a
Totally
lot
agree.
of people feel like that. We constantly say, if you have lungs, you can get lung cancer.
Yeah.
I think where we have been with lung cancer has been so underfunded for so long. We don't know as much about it as we need to. We don't know why. We know smoking is the biggest risk factor, but we know so little as to what else is triggering, particularly these mutation-driven lung cancers in people who have never smoked.
Yeah.
And I think we're at a point now where screening is an incredible step forward, but it's the first step forward, and we have to use it as a starting point. We have to make the very best of it. We have to prove it works, and we have to continue to invest in research and understanding this disease so that we can then evolve and develop this program. And I think whilst we're in a position at the moment where CT scanning is still the best diagnostic tool that we have for lung cancer, there's lots of incredible work going on in terms of using, blood tests and breath tests and sputum swabs. And I think if we can get to a point where we can diagnose lung cancer that way, that is a game changer then for screening, because it's less invasive. There's no risks involved. You're not exposing people to radiation unnecessarily. And I think, I totally understand people's frustration that it is a targeted program at the moment, but certainly from our point of view as a charity, it's something to applaud as a step forward.
Definitely is, yeah.
And build on it and get it working to the best it possibly can and make it available to everyone. And I think, I think there's similar arguments about breast screening. So I'm 42. Well, no, I'm not. I'm 41. I'm 42 next month. Just aging myself because we're all excited about getting older. No, so I'm probably more at risk of getting breast cancer than I am lung cancer, but I still wouldn't be eligible for breast screening yet, because again, there's that age criteria. So there's always parameters with screening. Unfortunately, it's just with lung at the moment, because the full knowledge isn't there. We've had to go down the targeted route in the first instance, but it's certainly something to build upon.
It's a start, I suppose, isn't it?
We have to start somewhere.
I started my own cancer group, and there's 2 people that come to that group who have found out they've got lung cancer early stages through that screening already. That's 2 people. That's 2 people I know. So can you imagine how many people have been caught by it? It's amazing.
Yeah, thousands. We've already
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we've caught thousands, and 3/4 of them are being caught early. So it's turning it on its head. But I understand why there's a feeling of injustice about it, because why don't other people get to benefit from it? And it's certainly our intention and our hope that one day they will, and we'll be able to roll screening out further afield and ensure that other people are caught at the earliest opportunity. And and in the meantime, we're doing lots and lots of other things to try and improve symptomatic diagnosis. So we're working on self-request chest x-rays. So I mean, Karen, you had a pretty speedy route to diagnosis. A lot of people don't experience that speed at all. They're back and forth to their GP quite a lot, repeat antibiotics. Similarly to you, Tina, actually, people are diagnosed with asthma first, they're given inhalers or antibiotics, and then, 6 months down the line is when they, get sent on for a chest x-ray. What we're trying to roll out is the ability for people to bypass primary care and their GP if they've got symptoms, that they can go and request a chest x-ray themselves and speed up that process. So, it's not foolproof, but again, it's hopefully a step forward in improving it, because when it's caught early, there's so much we can do. But both of you are showing that even with a later stage diagnosis for you, Karen, and quite an advanced lung disease for you, Tina, there's still opportunities to be taken. And
absolutely, there is, absolutely. One, because I was so active, and Lamb made me be so much more inactive. I started with the anxiety, the depression, not wanting to go out, and I spoke to an occupational therapist who said, "You thought about starting a hobby that you can do sat down?" Well, she didn't know what she opened, because somebody makes a suggestion to me, I run with it to its nth detail. So I started learning to crochet, and I thought, I can't do that, I'm rubbish. I'll try knitting. So then I went to knitting, and I thought, hey, I've made some sort of a random animal here. So I took it to see the occupational therapist, and she was overjoyed with it. So I thought, right, I'm going to get better at this. So then I did something else, and then I did something else, then I did something else. And last weekend was my goddaughter's wedding. We went down to South Devon for my goddaughter's wedding, and I knitted her and her husband in knitted form, in the outfits they'd recently been on a cruise, and I gave them for their wedding. And if I hadn't have got some help and had someone to chat to, and she hadn't suggested trying something new, I would never have had that experience. But she's overjoyed, and I'm overjoyed.
You're loving it. And obviously good at it, so fantastic.
I think, it's understandably you're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have days where you feel rubbish, and you said before, Karen, about that dark cloud descending, and that's okay.
I let it.
You have to.
I don't fight it. I did. When I first found out I was poorly, I thought, right, I can't do this. I was fighting it, and I was crying, I was getting worked up, and can't be happening to me and everything. And then, but now if the day comes where I don't want to do anything and I'm a bit down, I just let it be. Tomorrow is another day. I don't fight it anymore. I have to give myself time to be ill, really. Even though, like I say, I keep myself busy, I just let it be. Yeah.
And then, like you say, you're then ready to take on the next day, and hopefully that's going to be a better one. And then you have to find the opportunities that then come, and whether that's taking on up a new habit, a new hobby, to to get used to this new life that you're now living, or stepping out on a dance floor and raising awareness and raising money. It's wonderful what you're doing. Just to finalize and bring it back to the big day then.
Yeah.
What are you both hoping for? So your name gets called, you dance your dance, you finish your dance. What's that feeling you're hoping for at the end?
I'm hoping I get through it okay, for one thing, and I'm still standing at the end of it. And I know it's going to be all over so quick, and I know I'm going to really miss it. And all these weeks of learning, and it's going to be over in a minute and a half, and it's going to be gone. I think it's like your wedding day. It's done. Your bubbles burst, and that's it. There's no going back to it. I hope we raise a lot of money. I hope my family are proud. And I hope everybody has a good night. I'm sure we will.
Yeah. And what about you, Tina?
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I want to try and switch off all the angst and enjoy the moment and enjoy the dance and enjoy every minute of sort of looking like a Strictly star for a minute and a half, and just want everyone to have fun and raise a load of money doing it.
Amazing. Yeah. Be in the moment, enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
Remember why you signed up, and just go out there and do your best. And that's all you can do.
Good
Yep.
luck, ladies.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're both absolutely smash it. I know you will.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm hoping I'll be there on the night. So yes, I'm very much looking forward to seeing the outfits. You've given us that little tease, and of course the dancers. So congratulations. Well done for stepping out of your comfort zones and doing this to raise awareness, to raise money for our charity. We're so grateful. And I imagine there's a lot of people listening that you've inspired, and you've gone, do you know
Hope
what?
so.
I'll give something a go. It might not be dancing, it might, who knows what, it might be knitting. But it just shows that wherever you're at in your diagnosis, there's still new things you can do and new things you can enjoy. So thank you for sharing them with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Good luck.
You have been listening to Talk of Hope from Roy Castle Lung Cancer Foundation. For support and advice about any of the topics covered in this podcast, visit roycastle.org. Talk of Hope is a fortnightly podcast with new episodes released every other Tuesday. Like and subscribe to make sure you never miss an episode.